We're going to talk about how real estate can leverage AI in order to grow the business. So, of course, we have seen a lot over the past year or two, or few years actually, in real estate. We've seen the ups and downs. We've seen a lot of activity in the market. And we've also seen a lot coming on when it comes to artificial intelligence, how it's went from just a sci-fi movie to all of a sudden now it's here and it's almost integrated into everything. But how can you, as far as um, inside of um, your industry, how can you, as a real estate agent or broker, leverage AI to grow your business? So I wanted to just pretty much address this and show you how you can use it to sell more houses. So I'm going to go ahead and first introduce myself. I'm Mr. Marketology, Jeff Bill. I'm known as a marketing strategist, and I specialize in artificial intelligence based marketing automation. So I help you understand how to leverage artificial intelligence as well as how to um, integrate it into your marketing and automate it so that you can scale your business. So that is what I do. And I am going to today focus on the real estate market. So let me go ahead and share my screen and go to the slides. All right. So we are talking about how you can sell more houses inside of by leveraging your AI. So the first thing that I want to say is, when it comes to real estate and real estate sales, uh, the market has really changed over the years. It's still a relationship game. It's still a who you know game. It's still based on your interaction with your clients, and it's still based on the market and what the market bears, and all those factors. What AI does now is it helps you bring in data, and it also helps you with your interaction. It helps speed up a lot of the administrative stuff. It helps bring in information that used to take a little bit of time to gather the data, to pull up the comps, pull up the reports, find out if the investment's a good investment, a bad investment, present this to your particular client. So all of that used to take time to do, now you can do it within minutes. And AI helps you automate a lot of that to where you are efficient. I'm sure that efficiency is something that's of value, especially when it comes to you getting back to a person and now the house is actually under contract because you missed it by a couple of hours, um, getting that information to the client, and then by the time they're ready to make the deal, someone else has already moved on it. So that's something that's there. And then another thing to think about: a lot of times when dealing with, especially real estate agents and brokers, the actual relationship with them in a personal, professional customer service environment means a lot. And so if it takes you a long time to gather the information, you have hard time showing the property and hard time showing the information, the data around the property. You have a hard time communicating or being communicated with. It all affects the overall buying experience of a home, or selling experience of a home. Either way, on either side of the fence, it strains that experience, and based on that, you may have some negative blowback. And in your industry, referrals are very important. Referrals are key. If you have a good process and a good system, you will sell more houses because more people will refer you because they say, "I love the experience. It was great. It was not a headache. They got the job done. They got it for the price point that I wanted. And even if there were some hiccups, the good outweighed the bad." So it's very important to look at things outside of just the properties themselves and the amenities and the price points of the properties. The overall experience weighs a lot into it. So let's look at the current state. The current state of real estate sales um, has changed. Okay, you remember we had the big burst 2008 where the market crashed, and then all of a sudden we start seeing the uptick over the past few years to where houses were selling for way more than what they used to sell for. And so the market has definitely moved differently. But now that technology is involved, that's moved differently. The days of riding around town and looking at different properties, that's slowed down. People now are buying properties sight unseen because of the ability to leverage different technology out there, virtual tours and things of that nature. So they're able to do things that they couldn't do before because of that. Now, you would think that because of the technology and the ease of use and experience with the technology, that a lot of real estate agents and brokers will start adopting it, and that hasn't really been the case. The real estate market has been kind of slow to adopt technology, and they still look at the old traditional method. But the problem with that is it's very time consuming and inefficient. And with that, and especially the customer experience being such a important factor, more people are starting to go to either agents that are up on the game and ahead of the curve, or they're dealing with these companies now that come out and make it real easy to leverage their app or leverage their solution and do a lot of the research and a lot of the legwork yourself. You can go to places now like Zillow and Trillio and some of these others, and pretty much do a lot of the research yourself, do most of the deal yourself, and so the value has been taken away from the real estate representative and put more into the technology. Also, with that, the technology can pull up different things that the average person either wouldn't know to look for or is have not been informed of. So now you have a more informed market because technology has made it to where they can become more informed. And if you're not as informed as your client, chances are your clients are not going to stay with you. Because if they know more than you do about the property, or they know more than you do about, what's going on in that particular area, it doesn't make you look like a good person to represent them. So being up on the technology is very important. And for those that don't stay up with the technology, it's hard to compete, especially once they are aware of some of the technical options. Now, how does AI-based systems help you? Well, first of all, it's the way that houses are being sold now. It can analyze the data, and with its algorithms, now it can show who potential buyers are. It can show what the market is. It can pull in data that used to have to be pulled in from two or three or four different sources and put it all into one. It can personalize the marketing material. It can personalize the communication. It can streamline the entire sales process. And so that's one of the major ways that it's benefiting the market. Another thing, people are really into the visuals. It can show tours. A person now can look at a blank home and with AI can furnish it and see what it will look like furnished, see what it would look like with different color walls, see what it would look like if they decided to make certain modifications. A person that's concerned with the area's crime rate and the area's school system, it can pull that in a matter of minutes and give not only the information, but give an assessment on if it's a positive or a negative. So that's some of the benefits that it can do. And if you're leveraging it, that's information that you can have at the drop of a dime versus letting someone know you have to call them back and get back with them after you try to dig up that information yourself. Second, you can automate and personalize your communication with your clients. So instead of you needing to look at your calendar every day and slot out time, it can manage that for you, whether it reaches out to them automatically through automation or it tasks you and reminds you who to call, what to talk about. It can summarize what you've talked about, send back to both of you what you've talked about. It can give the pros and cons of each option of each home. So that communication is there. For those that are looking at how can you use it to market yourself, it can automate your entire social media and ad purchasing experience. So your social campaigns, your ad campaigns, even your SEO, it can pretty much run that for you now. And so based on that, it takes a lot of the time and gives it back to you. It takes a lot of the grunt work and it takes that off your plate. It now can analyze your actual clients and then pair them with the right person, the right property based on some characteristics that they may have. So it can do that and give more accurate recommendations of properties that they want to either purchase, or if they're selling a property, properties that they want to, people that they want to get in front of and show this property to. So it can help in those aspects. Yeah, we talked about that personalizing the marketing of your business. And AI basically takes in information from all over. And then it can now say, for this person, this is what's important to them. Let me personalize it. It can tailor all of your marketing communication to the specific buyer or seller. You can increase your chances of selling and reduce the amount of time it takes to sell a house because it's now pairing the property with the person. It's now knowing what's important to them and showing them that. It's now getting you on a better schedule. So you're not riding all over town trying to figure out how you can juggle all the clients and all the showings and so forth. So it can help you with that. It can help streamline a lot of the administrative work. It can help streamline a lot of the question and answers that you might have. So that's some of the ways that it can help. And personalization is the icing on the cake. Everybody wants to know for them and them alone what's the best either home to buy or person to sell the home to or price to sell the home for. That comes up a lot. Why I feel my house is worth this and the person buying feels it's worth something else, and the market says it's worth something totally different than both of us. Well, with AI, we can start looking at how we look at these numbers, why the numbers are what they are, how we can adjust the numbers to make it a win-win situation. All of this can be now pretty much computed within the AI algorithm versus a lot of hours of doing, a lot of math and crunching numbers. So it reduces the time and the personalization when you send out the emails. The old way of doing things, I remember agents used to send me lists of homes and say, hey, here's a list of homes, or go log into Zillow, or they would send me a newsletter, and in their newsletter have a bunch of homes, or they would reference me to their website and have me spend hours scrolling through homes on their website and trying to figure out which home I want. So, that used to be, as a client, that could be a little bit frustrating, because I'm like, well, I pretty much wanted you to help me find it. If I'm finding it myself and all you're doing is pretty much driving me over there, and in a lot of cases, I'm not even being chauffeured over there. I'm driving over there myself and looking at it and all of that, then why am I having you represent me? Well, with this now, it can say, based on some things that you've given me, some areas, and some data that I pulled, these are the top 2 houses, top 3 houses that I would recommend. And here's the pros and cons. And here's everything you need to know that you would ask about this. And so that makes it a lot more efficient when it comes to purchasing the home. It's something that you can actually look at. Okay, I need to find out what makes my home worth what I'm asking, and it pulls in some information that really helps you sell the home, and it starts to evaluate the different markets to pretty much promote and advertise that your home is for sale, based on the type of people that would go to that particular channel to look for homes to buy. So you're not just posting everywhere and trying to hope that somebody sees it. You're not riding around town putting up bandit signs, hoping somebody sees it. It makes it a little bit more strategic, and you can now reach out with a more personal touch. So that's very important. And then, like I said, again, it streams your entire process. Um, when set up correctly, your AI can be your pretty much right-hand man. It will help you with the entire process, from your administrative work, that's the day-to-day, to your scheduling, to your showings, even to writing up the documents that you need, writing up all of the different marketing material that you need to put out. It can manage some of that if it's online, such as your social, such as your ads. It can help you with your SEO. It can help you with your communications. If you call my phone, this is even my answering service now. So instead of a regular answering service, it's a chat bot that you can communicate with if you can't contact me. So now I can have certain questions answered before the person even leaves a message for me. So it helps with that as well. And you can set that up. So there's several different methods you can use sales wise. It's choosing which ones you want to use and how to make it work. Is that a chat bot? Is it a email, a marketing system? Is it maybe a text messaging system? But how do you want to do that to build the relationship and close the deal faster? That's really the name of the game. So AI can help you with that, and marketing automation definitely can help you streamline your sales process. And with that being said, that's really how it's revolutionizing the market. I it didn't didn't get into detail. I didn't get into like what you may have expected, me coming up and stating, hey, use this tool for this for that. I really like working with you on a one-on-one and finding out your market, your needs, and then recommending which tools to use, which prompts to prompt in AI. I didn't even get into prompting. So a lot of this, the you can reach out. We can have a marketing assessment. And then if you need, I can pretty much help you build it out on one, or build it for you. So thank you once again for taking the time to listen. Hopefully you learned a lot, and hopefully this will help benefit you. And like I said, I'll be putting these on often. I have some trainings around this as well. So if you're interested in learning more in specific areas of it, stay tuned. I'll have something for you. And I wish you the best of success with selling your homes, and putting people in the homes that they want and they love.